I wish to defend the average Americano, pretty please, because despite what you see on the TV, despite what you see in little phones, there's a lot of normal people here in the USA. Normal. They're not crazy ambitious to take over the world. They're not all crazy business entrepreneurs that have to hustle all the time. They're normal. Much like myself. This is funny because I grew up in Australia and then living here in the USA past 3 years. There's normal people everywhere. They want to go to work, have a good meal, have a drink on the way home, and go home, go to sleep, and do it again. They're not all crazy. They're not all gonna go out on a surfboard on a hurricane. Sometimes some people will go, I value my life and I'll stay inside. It's just a lot of sensationalized stuff on the TV and on the phones. Like, it's everywhere. On some of the local channels, I think a couple weeks ago, me on the dance floor, client, and on the news it had, there's this heat dome, there's a heat dome that's taking over the planet, it's a heat dome, and I'm looking at it going, it reminds me of, what's it, I think it's called The Dome by Stephen King, a book and then TV show, and we can't get out, aliens, So I'm looking at it going, it's just really hot in certain places. I think it was 110 Fahrenheit, which is about 41, 42 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it's hot. And I went, dome. And I looked at my client, went, dome. We're aliens. Oh, dome. And they went, yeah, nah, it's just hot. They're just, I don't know what they're doing that for. And I go, exactly. It's sensationalized upon the TV and phones. And I think once you get that, hey, they're just wanting people to look and freak out. There's a lot of people who are normal, quote unquote, normal here in the USA. So I just think that's interesting that they go, oh, you Americans. And I go, excuse me, that's a stereotype. And also realizing this, now living here in the USA for 3 years, that I finally figured out the reason why they go, oh, I'm from the US. And they go, okay, what state or what town? Because it is quite large. You get someone from Michigan and, wait, where's Michigan? Oh, no, Michigan is somewhere up north. See, I don't even bloody know. It's not in Ohio. Michigan is a state, or maybe? I think it is a state. So you get someone from there, and then you get someone from New York City. They're going to have different experiences. Yes, they're on the same continent, but I feel that clicking it in your brain, treating it much like Europe, how you've got someone from France, they speak French, they have their own little areas, a couple countries over, and you have Germany. Yeah, the Germans over there, they are neighbors, they're both European, but they are not the same. They are different. Treating that much like the States in the USA. If you get someone from Florida and Alaska, there's quite a difference between the Alaskan people over in the town called Juneau and the Floridians down in Miami. Yeah, they are very different. And this accent is not related to either of them, but it's so much fun to do, yeah. Do I speak German? Nein. So, I think I figured that out. If you're treating everyone like their own little states, and now they say, where are you from? And I go, Florida. And they go, okay, you did say Florida, a little funny. Because you got Florida and you have Florida. And I say Florida. I don't know what to say. I don't know. But I'm from Florida now. And that is okay. So you got normal Americans who now put themselves out. Where'd you come? What part of the US are you from? They say Texas. I go, oh, lovely. Don't know what's in Texas, but lovely spot. And then someone's from Washington State. They're different from the Texan and from the Floridian and from the New York person and the Alaskan person too, yeah. So they are normal people here in the USA. And I want to put this out. They all have accents. Yeah. Different accents. You have the standard American accent, but I think if you listen to that rapper Glorilla, she's got a very distinct accent. It is American, yes, but sometimes even I can't understand it. So there's many different accents. And that almost treats them like their own language sometimes. With the slang. One is the slang. Okay, I'll back to normal. New slang word I learned. I think that's why I hit Michigan. Wait, where's Chicago? Chicago's in Illinois. There we go. Up north there, a particular type of car is called a scoop. And the scoop is usually a small sedan, like just a regular sedan. And I heard people say, well, why are you calling a car like that a scoop? It's because deer is so prevalent and large up there that if you have a smaller car, when you drive and a deer pops out and bangs into the car, it just scoops up the deer because it's so small. So the deer kind of sits there and goes, hello, jumps out and keeps going. So you should It's recommended to drive a truck up there. See? Normal people, different accents, slightly different slang, different foods that they quite like. But on the general thing, we have the normal people here. There are normal people here in the USA. There's normal people here in the USA. Normal. So I'd like to petition anyone who's out there watching the news and this and that. Yes, there are some crazies, but that's not all of us. Not all of us. We've got a whole bunch of normal people with a whole bunch of different accents from different regions of the US of A. And, we're all right. We're all right. We're all right. There we go. I'm trying to blend in. We're all right. How am I doing with blending in with the other Americans?